Hi, everybody, and welcome to Evolve Love. I am your host, Amanda, and I am so happy that you have found this podcast. Are you looking for daily inspiration, motivation, and wisdom to help you begin your day feeling supported and uplifted with love? Well, you have come to the right place. This podcast is a space of encouragement where you can be held in your self-development because in order to evolve, you need love, and it begins here with you. Now, let's get into today's episode. Hi, everybody. Welcome to a brand new week with Evolve Love. I am so grateful that you are here, and it is a Monday. It is a brand new week, and it's so interesting because this energy that I'm feeling for today is a lot different than the other Mondays. And what is interesting, a little behind the scenes note here, is I record my episodes a week in advance, typically. It just helps me to stay organized and get the content out in a timely manner. But with this, it's interesting that the way that I'm feeling right now might be a little different than how I'm feeling when this is recorded. Or maybe I am going to be feeling this way. I don't know, but it's so interesting to me how it shifts and changes, like how I know what it is that I know I want to talk about. And today, with the moon being in the sign of Gemini, which is an air sign, the immediate thought that I had to do with the weight of air. So today we're going to be talking about density. And when we hear the word density, what does that make you think of? Does it have a positive feeling to it? Does it have a negative feeling? Does it have a neutral feeling? For me, when I felt this immediately, like what I'm going to be recording for today, for Monday, April 20th, density to me is stagnation. It is sitting energy. It can be blocking energy, and it can be heavy. When I think of the word density too, I think of like a dense baked good that's not airy and fluffy inside. It's hard to eat. It's hard to chew through. And with this, it also reminds me too of fog, dense fog. And so I don't know why this is coming up for me. I don't know if this is coming up for you too. And if it's not, you could always save this content for the future. But with density, I kept thinking about where are areas that the air can't pass through. And this can relate to so many things. It can relate to our homes. It can relate to our bodies. It can relate to our thoughts. But Monday being a day where we start off slow, start off soft, create intentions, and contemplate on what it is that is ahead for us in this week. If there is dense energy that you're feeling or that you know of, I think today's episode is perfect to help us think about how we can begin to acknowledge that and maybe begin to work on clearing that. So one of the best ways that I know how to move dense energy is through movement, moving our bodies, creating energy within that space, creating expansion within the body that can open us to free up space to kind of clear and let some of that density go. So if you're feeling dense in your body in any way or place, it might even just be like one physical area where you feel a density. And with that, can you work on breathing into those areas? Can you work on movement that is going to expand and help that particular zone of your body? So maybe if you are feeling this way, maybe your intention this week is going to be created around that. The other places where you might feel density is in your space. And, we talk about this a lot with spring cleaning and stuff like that, but is there dense air in your home? Can we open a window? Can we open the door? Can we get things circulating? Are there areas in your home that have an energy that doesn't feel in flow? Last week, we talked a lot about flow. And this week, where we're talking about density to begin the week, I mean, I'm not going to keep you in a dense feeling all week. But at the start here, looking around your home, are there places and pockets of space where their energy stops? Does it stop because there's obstacles or clutter or things in the way that you've left there but really haven't gotten around to it? For me, something that I definitely do that I need to work on is like I'll put stuff on the stairs to bring upstairs the next time that I go up. But guess what? It's still on the stair most of the time. I don't know if any of you can relate to that, but clearing those dense areas, and maybe not all of them we get to this week, but maybe we make it a plan to tackle at least one of those areas this week, or maybe even just one room. The thought of the whole house can be incredibly daunting in one day or 1 week. So how can we take a look at one space? In this week, I'm going to work on clearing out this dresser that is full of clothes. As I shift into a new season, I want to prepare that space for what I need in this season, okay, or whatever it is that you are feeling. Another place too that you might feel density is in the way that you speak. And just with this too, it's how are we thinking before speaking or processing before allowing a reaction to be shared? And I think with this too, it's like moving through the thoughts in our mind. If it's dense and stagnant and just hanging there, we need to do some work to kind of like clear the cobwebs of our mind. And so for that, maybe, taking the time to think on things or doing things that are quieter for yourself. Maybe that's just meditation and journaling. Maybe it's really not asking yourself much at all in this week and just allowing it to be there and to approach it when you're ready. Another area too that we have density and might not even realize it is our phone files and our computer files. So with the moon in Gemini today, this is an air sign. To me too, like technology, the flow of words, the flow of data, whatever it is, like to me, that's associated. And so when we take a look at the energy that our phones and computers have, I mean, we are on them a lot, I think. And so if we are spending a lot of time with them, we're also spending a lot of time with dense energy. Are there files we can clear out? Are there emails that we can clean out or delete or put into a organized folder system? Because when we are approaching and using our tools and they are dense, they are not going to be serving us to the best of the ability that they can. And they're also going to be weighing us down too. So that density that you may feel in your body, if it's in tools that you use too, that's only coming right back to you. So I'm not sure where this thought really like dropped in for myself, but it felt really important, and it felt important to share today and in this week. So as you go into your week, if you are feeling density in any specific area, and this came up for you while listening to today's episode, can you make your intention around that? Because I do feel that if we take the time to clear out some of that density, to bring some more flow, to bring some more air in, to create more open and expansive spaces, I think that is going to help us, relieve us, and also create the space where we might better be able to move forward from. So I hope that you all have a beautiful Monday, and whatever your intention may be this week, I hope that it feels supportive, and I hope that it feels encouraging for yourself. I want to thank you all so much for being here. And if you haven't already, make sure you're following this podcast on the platform of your choice. Please feel free to leave a rating or review if you're enjoying this podcast. Share with a friend. I would love to continue spreading and getting the message of Evolve Love out there. And I am so looking forward to checking in with you again tomorrow.